Good afternoon. Just here with a salt lick. This used to be used for silage or something, and I've just modified it a bit, put some skids on so it can be towed around, and we put conveyor belting to hold the feed. Yep, and then here we've got salt and sunflower cake. You can see no urea or anything else at the moment. But here come the cows. I don't know if they'll come to the trough. They should, hopefully. And yeah, that's about 40 kgs. I assume it would be finished with this herd if they haven't had much in the last few days. But here's our cows. This is a nice boron type. She has skipped a calving season, so that's why she's in such good condition. And in fact, so is that one, 2108. Yeah, so unfortunately it's only a small trough, so there'll probably be a bit of pushing and fighting, but they don't need a lot of this. They want them to eat about 300 grams of protein a day. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. A lot of my 2022s, which also have skipped a calving season, so they look nice and fat. All of these, they're all 2022 cows, so they've calved once and they're due to calve again later this year. Look at her, she's too fat. Anyway, they're lucky that I was in a forgiving mood this year. I should actually probably have sold them to cash flow the business, but then I'd have no. I think there's one or two 2022 cows that are pregnant for their second calf or had their second calf already. Anyway, yeah, that's the main herd getting their salt lick. Yeah, good day of grazing on the stover. So by providing that protein in the sunflower cake, they can get more energy from the stovers and rough grasses at this time of year. Maybe I should walk to where they sleep. Can have a look at a few cows at the same time. It's a young heifer that I've kept this year, but most of my Thule heifers are gone, and I'm left with Angoni types now. So the rest of the herd is coming. So they are on the maize stover all day. That's what they've eaten so far this year. Probably about halfway through that 25 hectares. So still got a lot on that field, and then we've got many other fields to go, keeping us through the winter. Actually put some bulls in again on Monday, yesterday. That one and that one, which haven't worked yet. They are two crossbreds from 2024, so they are 2.5 years old now. But yeah, I'm excited. This bull really excites me. I want to see what his progeny do. This cow has been very good for me. I think she's given me 3 calves, and she was born in 2021. So she's the best from that year. Thule cross. Not very happy with Thule, but some of them seem to have worked out okay. Yeah, so this is the herd, and then they'll sleep somewhere in here. So it was pretty thick with grass in here, but they've been coming through. Also, we're putting a pipeline in there for irrigation, so quite a lot of damage is done. But this grass was very thick, but they come through it every day, so now it's starting to look a bit trampled. And the pigeon peas as well, you can see a nice browse line, and they knock over and damage some, which is what I actually want. The pigeon peas were never meant to be a long-term thing. I was hoping that some Lucina that I planted at the same time would take over. Excuse me. So you can see they've browsed quite heavily here, all underneath the trees. And so at night they can eat in here as well, and I think this is good protein. You can see some of the trees will now be having seed, and I assume that that would be very high in protein, hopefully useful protein. A lot of trees have funny compounds that aren't very good for cattle. There we go. Just break that branch down, the cows can get it. And yeah, that's it. So we'll see as they come through here. Yeah, this experiment has been, I think 2021 December I planted that, so it'll be 5 years this year with these trees. And yeah, the farm could at any time tell me that they want to plant tobacco or maize or whatever, then I'll have no say on that. So I'm just grateful for the time that I've had to experiment with them. Yeah, I don't know if I'd get to somewhere where we can see more before they graze. But anyway, it gives you an idea of where they sleep at night. This is the herd here. This must be the last calf born. We had one born, I think, 2 weeks ago. And then some of the other calves that are a bit older now, from January or February. Got some heifers that are pregnant to calve for the first time, like this one. That'll be September, October. That one as well. She is from a nice cow, 71. Big cow, which is that one over there, the white-headed, next to the bull. And this is also going to calve for the first time in September, October. It's a nice group of cattle due around that time of year. Not the best time of year in my books, but I've got, basically got 2 calving seasons now. And then the bulls have been out of this herd for a month, and then I've put them back in, and I'll leave them here for a month. We just had some late calving ones last year and this year, so just to catch all those cows and try and get the best out of the herd. I've sold too many of the cows in the last few years. I've been selling many of the old cows, so you'll notice there aren't really any old cows in this herd. There's only one that's escaped the net, and even that is not that old. I think it's only 14 years old. The rest are sort of 9 years old, is the oldest after that. And then a lot of young stuff, 2021, 2020. Yeah. So the herd's not looking bad. I'm very happy with condition. Calves are looking pretty good. That nice strong little bull calf. And there are a few smaller calves from 2025, so they're 1 year old bulls that we've put in with this herd just to keep those bigger bulls busy. So it looks like they're not even that interested in the salt. That 40 kgs must be enough. I saw one of the young bull calves, 2025 maybe, which is a green tag. There, no, not that one. Hopefully no cheeky cows here. Oh, this is one of them. Okay, so he comes from a good Boron cow, obviously a Tuli sire. There's another. Can't see any of the bull calves, yearling bulls. But anyway, I think Givens put this one in because he likes it as a Dexter. those. Those are heifers. I thought I saw a little, there's the Ngoni one which is well coloured. These cows. Anyway, I'm sure we'll see them in future videos. Yeah, there's the big bull I like. Well, he's not that big now, but he's only 2.5 years old. So he will get better. Yeah, there's the young one. We'll just watch them come into the paddock. Let's see if we can spot any young bulls here. So this is the other bull, 2418 is his number. Got a bit of pin scar in him, and then also Nguni and Boron. So it'll be interesting to see what progeny he will produce. So him and the brown and white one. So you can see here they like browsing. But him and the white one, the bulls, they're here mostly as a terminal progeny. For now, for feedlot, I need animals to feedlot. The ones born earlier in the season, those will be the ones we keep for replacement heifers and stuff. That's the only pure Sussex I have left in the herd after having about 20 or 30. They've all been sold over the last 5 years. This is the last one, and she's, to be honest, not very productive, and she should not be in the herd, but out of respect for an old farmer, I keep her. And I think that's the tree I broke earlier that they're browsing with the pods and the seed. So that's pretty cool to see it all gone already. So I'll just walk there and have a look to see where they're setting up. So here you can see this is more where they haven't grazed yet. The grass is still nice and big. The leaves on the trees are all the way down. You can see there. That's a Dexter cross for anyone who wants to see. A Dexter cross Boron, I think she is. And there's the pure Sussex. So together they're my hairy ones, and the rest are not. And you can see, this is why I don't think they're so concerned about the sunflower cake and salt that I have out there, because they can get nice protein anyway, green stuff and pods. Hopefully there's some of the pigeon pea in pod there, like here. So look at that. And she's, there you go. Loving, look there, she just took a whole mouthful of pods. And that's actually the whole reason why I planted this paddock. 8 hectares, 4 hectares are like this, and 4 are the Lucina trees mostly. But I planted it because at the time it seemed excessive buying protein supplements for the cattle. This won't last too long, but a few more months maybe. At least it gets, like, the cows have really put on condition since we started grazing the maize stover and this. They're looking nice and fat going into the dry season. Any of the fat cows that you see here today, they obviously are still to calve. The ones with a bit of bone showing, like this one, are probably either have just weaned or are probably sucking calves. But you can see all of the cattle, even the Sussex and the Dexter, they were trying to browse the trees. So yeah, there's all sorts of stories. These breeding societies claim that their cattle can browse where others don't, and I think it's just giving them the chance to actually learn what's available. Even the calves look like they'll be growing nicely. They've got small mouths. They can look. He found some pigeon pea leaves that had been knocked over yesterday. So that's what it looks like before they graze. And that's what it looks like after they graze. And I mean, we could stay in certain places a few days. So my plan is to knock it all down once and get it looking like that. And then if we're still here grazing maize stover in the day, we can come back through another time. Well, there goes a Franklin Kwali. Just ran through. The wildlife also likes this area. Yeah, we could come back through here and just chop down these leaves, because you can see they've cleaned it. Half is eaten and half is not. Yeah, just some ideas. This was planted with a maize planter all those years ago, 4 years ago. And yeah, at the time I put 1 line of pigeon pea and 2 lines of Lucina, but it was my first go, and I put the seed too high, so the Lucina seedlings finished very quickly. Those are actually Lucina trees, but you can see that they've been browsed already. Lucina, cattle love Lucina way more than the pigeon pea. And look at this tuft of green grass, nicely taken. Beautiful, beautiful carpet of straw here. Protect the soil. When the rain comes and the sun comes in November, December, this will shoot up into beautiful grass again. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry about the long video. I'll probably just post this to YouTube.